Hey Leo, let's take a look at the astrology of March and how it may impact your zodiac. So March is a very intense, action-packed month. We have 2 retrogrades and 2 eclipses, as well as Neptune, the planet of dreams, intuition, and spirituality, changing signs since 2011. So there's a lot to unpack. I'm going to start off with the retrogrades, get into the eclipses, and for you, there's 3 areas that are really strong in March. That's your 9th house, the house of travel, education, higher learning, and also the 8th house of shared finances, resources, intimacy, and deep spiritual transformation, as well as the 2nd house of your personal resources, what you own, money, self-worth, self-value. Those 3 areas of life are going to be very energized throughout March, and let's break that down. So, kicking off with March the 1st, Venus, the goddess of love, relationships, and money, moves into, well, I say money, but Venus, she's classy. Let's say finances. Venus goes retrograde at 10 degrees of Aries. And Venus retrograde kicks off in your 9th house of travel, higher learning, education, and also philosophies. So, that is an area of life that is going to be very strong, not only because Venus is going to kick off its retrograde cycle in your 9th house, but also Mercury will kick off its retrograde cycle in the 9th house, because on March the 15th, Mercury will go retrograde at 9 degrees of Aries as well. Both Venus and Mercury will both move into Pisces and enter your 8th house of shared finances and resources and deep spiritual transformation. So both of these 2 areas of life are going to go through major shakeups and changes. It's not just retrograde energy that is impacting both these areas of life, but also we're going to have the sun move from the 8th house to the 9th house on March the 20th. The sun moves into Aries, moving into your 9th house. We're also going to have a solar eclipse on March the 29th in your 9th house. And also on March the 30th, we have Neptune in Aries in your 9th house. So I know this can sound so overwhelming, because it is overwhelming. There is so much going on. And even just like me explaining all of this, I'm overwhelmed because there's so much going on at the same time. But to simplify it, the 9th house, the 8th house, and the 2nd house, those areas of life and all that they rule over will be major themes in your life. And there's a lot of going back and going over with the retrograde. So there could be possible delays or slowing down. The spiritual purpose of retrogrades is to revisit, to reanalyze, to reassess, to take your time. That can be a challenge when you're a fire sign and you just want to go ahead and conquer all that you desire. Like, that can be very difficult for the Leo energy, right? But this is what the cosmos are presenting us with: an opportunity to go inwards, to go over certain things. This could have to do with loved ones, relationships, partnership, especially with Venus and Mercury going into your 8th house. There could be a lot of going back and forth with shared finances and resources. There could be a lot of renegotiating, loads of paperwork or contracts, or a lot of reassessing. Like, things are not final. There's a lot that you need to kind of like go over, but go over like so many times until you like really understand it, because retrogrades, especially when they're in Pisces, things are not always clear, especially when Neptune is at 29 degrees. There could be some mist, there can be some fog. So don't make any permanent decisions during this time, because sometimes they may not be clear under the influence of Pisces and Neptune. However, sometimes life just pushes you where you have no other choice but to make a decision, right? So it really manifests differently in everyone's journey. However, retrogrades do encourage a slowing down, a recessing, a going over these 2 areas of life. But as these energies move forward, it does seem like there is going to be some moving forward. There is going to be some progress, because we do have the solar eclipse occurring on March the 29th in Aries at 9 degrees, which will occur in your 9th house. It will happen exactly where Mercury kicks off its retrograde cycle, and also close enough to Venus as well. So there could be some change. Something changes. Something is brought to light. Something changes from one form to another. We're also going to have Neptune, the planet of dreams and spirituality, in the 9th house. So this could be a time where, because Neptune is a very slow-moving planet, this could be a time where you're very spiritual and very spiritually active, and your philosophies are changing, your belief systems are changing, you're really enjoying learning about Neptunian themes, whether that's the arts, whether that's creativity and spirituality. It is of great interest in the 9th house. So that could be something really exciting. But, Neptune, like I said, one of the most slowest moving planets, so it does take its time. But that's the energy it's going to come with for you in your 9th house. Let's take a look at the eclipse that is going to occur on March the 14th in the sign of Virgo at, if we round it up, 24 degrees. So this is going to be impacting your 2nd house. The sun will be in the 8th house, exactly where the retrogrades are also going to go in, and also Saturn is in your 8th house, and the eclipse takes place in your 2nd house. This is about your personal resources, your personal finances. Maybe it's connected to shared finances and resources. It seems like things need to get into order. Things need to be organized. There needs to be some sort of structure. There needs to be some sort of balance. Saturn here in the mix is showing that there seems to be this challenge that is kind of like blocking you and your emotions and your intuition and your, almost like your security as well, with Saturn in the mix. So there may be a lot of going back and forth and trying to balance these two areas of life. This would also be reflected by Venus and Mercury going into your 8th house. So it obviously depends on everyone's individual chart. It won't manifest the same for everyone. So take a look at where this eclipse falls in your chart. But just an overall view on this, the 2nd house, your security, your self-worth, what you own, your resources are being impacted. Now, this is a lunar eclipse and it's a south node eclipse, so that emphasizes on things coming to an end. This emphasizes on releasing. This emphasizes on things changing from one form to another. This is a past energy that we're clearing away, but at the same time, when we clear away past energy, we make room for new energy, okay? So it could be about really just letting go of certain baggage or letting go of certain stuck energy that is not working, or decluttering, reorganizing. That could be like a major theme. So Leo rising, your 9th house, 8th house, and 2nd house are going through a major transformation in the month of March. I hope everything works out in your favor. Take it easy, and I'll speak with you soon.